Hello, everyone, and welcome into Post-Show Headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas with John Kincade. I can't wait for question 5 already.
You can't?
I can't wait
And you did question 5?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for a couple of mine.
You have questions 1, 2, and 3.
That's good. Oh, I have 1, 2, 3 today.
Yeah, but I can't wait for question 5 because
I love
it. It shows how childish we can still be in our adult years. But you are somebody that I don't know where you will come in on this answer. I really don't.
By the way, do you find... I don't find you very childish.
No, but I can be.
You can be.
Yeah.
But I don't find you very childish.
You don't hear me when I'm playing like Xbox with my buddies.
Okay.
Like I'm childish, but
like
that's like a 60-minute window.
Like I don't find you very childish. You obviously can turn it on and off.
You could ask my wife. I'm childish.
I think I can get more childish than you.
Yes, you can. That's why our promo is
a
60-year-old teenager and a 30-year-old senior citizen.
All right, you want to go one?
Trade deadline first.
Okay, trade deadline.
The trade deadline is Thursday.
Okay, the trade deadline's Thursday. We got a 3-game series with the White Sox for the Phils. By the way, liking and subscribing is something we love when you do that.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Are you excited for the Phillies trade deadline, or are you more anxious?
Anxious.
It's only one answer.
Anxious.
Okay, you're more anxious. Explain your feelings to us. Andrew, tell us about your feelings.
I'm anxious because the trade deadline is making or breaking this season. We have been saying since May that this team is not a World Series contender with the way that they are currently built. But the trade deadline is how they can try to improve that. I know it sounds like a lot, but I really do believe if you acquire one right-handed power bat, and Suarez from the Diamondbacks is the guy that we're all keeping an eye on.
Sure.
A legitimate bullpen arm, like a Bednar or a Duran, and then maybe some other reliever that may have been a journeyman, but you go, I can respect this guy to pitch a scoreless 6th in a playoff game if one of our pitchers only goes 5. That team already looks better because whenever Bohm comes back, let's just dream, and Suarez is the guy they acquire, everybody in the order drops down a spot. Everybody. And then you call up Crawford. He's your no-pressure, 9-hole hitter. And I feel
I feel much better about that.
But if they don't make a move of note, and it's another Austin Hayes, and it's another reliever, Tanner Banks, who is okay. But if that's it, like you don't get one of the explosive arms, then this Phillies team will not win the World Series. And I'm anxious because the trade deadline, who knows what the market's going to be in the next 3 days.
I'm off Monday and Friday, and I got to tell you, I'm sort of glad I'm off Friday.
Friday this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm off Friday this week. And I'm sort of glad because trade deadline's Thursday. Because of the fact that I don't want to come in Friday and say, I don't think this Phillies team can win the World Series.
Right.
But I'm hoping that what I'll be doing is driving down to Virginia and hearing you put on the app. I'll put on the app and I'll hear you and you'll be going, wow, we're fired up now. They made the moves. So I'm anxious as hell.
Yeah.
I am anxious about it. I am not excited for the trade deadline. I'm anxious.
I could be excited of the result.
Yeah.
But I'm anxious for the build-up.
I'm sitting on pins and needles right now.
Yep, I got you. All right, what's your Hall of Fame question? As the baseball Hall of Fame induction.
Well, it's not a question. It's more of a statement, and I want to know if it's an evil statement.
Probably.
I want a position with Hall of Fames. And if I could be, you always said if I could be like a sports emperor for a day or whatever, I would redesign Hall of Fames.
Okay.
Because I think Hall of Fames have been completely watered down. And to me, I would redesign Hall of Fames into there's the excellence section.
Okay.
And then there's the people that are in the Hall of Fames for great achievements or great stat compilation. Because to me, people being all parts of Hall of Fame's members, equal members, doesn't make sense to me. I look at certain players that are in the Hall of Fame. Like I said to you this weekend, CC Sabathia is in the Hall of Fame. Okay? Nolan Ryan's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I never watched CC Sabathia and said, man, I'm watching somebody like Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, but do people compare Hall of Famers like that?
I think they should. Because I think that's what the bar should be.
Sabathia in his own right is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, See, I think it's too vague. I think it's like, to me, a Hall of Famer should be somebody that when I hear about a guy, it took him 6 years, but he finally got in the Hall of Fame. Then you know what? He never should have been in the Hall of Fame.
I will agree with you there. Like, I feel like it should be maybe not always first ballot, but like first or second ballot. I also,
if it takes you 6 years to get in the Hall of Fame.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem with the voting system.
Okay.
There's people that will look at, they'll get the ballot.
Right.
And they'll go, I think this guy's a Hall of Famer, but I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Sure. Well, there's all been that.
It should just be, do you believe this person is a Hall of Famer or not? You should not dictate your vote based off of how long they've been on the ballot. So I agree with you with that, but I also disagree with the person that goes, oh, this guy's a Hall of Famer, but not a first ballot.
Like a guy going from 25% 1 year.
Right.
To 35%. To 50%.
But the reason being
to 70%, it's stupid.
The reason being is there are people that have this weird mentality of, I think he's a Hall of Famer, but not a first ballot. I don't care what ballot you're on. Year 1, year 2, year 3. If you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer. But then again, like I get what you're saying. Like there's a lot of people that say the Hall of Very Good joke.
Right, and I think it is, because to me, I think you should be able to go, Nolan Ryan, walk on over there and shake hands with Steve Carlton.
Right.
You guys, it's a Hall of Fame.
Right.
And then I just don't see. I think you could play the Sesame Street game. One of these things is not like the other, and go, but you never should be able to do that at the Hall of Fame.
I get it. And there was a guy a couple of years ago that got in, Craig Biggio.
Craig Biggio is not a Hall of Famer to me.
He has 3,000 hits.
He's a stats compiler.
But I don't, to your point, I don't, like when I think of those Astros teams, I think of Berkman.
Right.
I think of Bagwell.
Like the thing is, the thing is, I think there should be a section of the Hall of Fame for the stats compilers.
Yeah,
where they're like some of the greatest stats compilers. But Craig Biggio sitting down at the same table at dinner.
Right. I get what you're saying.
And then Pete Rose isn't in there. And Barry Bonds isn't in there? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, it drives me nuts.
All right, you have a personal...
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, positional awards.
Right.
My chicken scratch looks like it says personal.
It is personal awards. Okay, does like... We got into talking about it today, about like where Jalen Carter finished in Defensive Player of the Year
12th
award last year.
12th.
And where did Bond finish?
5th. Zach Bond 5th. Because he was a finalist.
Which I consider to be absolutely preposterous. Because Zach Bond, if you asked every general manager in football, do you want Zach Bond in your team or do you want Jalen Carter in your team? I'm telling you, 32 out of 32 general managers would say, give me Jalen Carter every time. So that means to me, there's no way, and that would just be based on last year. Go, which one do you want? Jalen Carter or Zach Bond? Oh, Jalen Carter. So how the hell do people vote for awards and put Zach Bond 7 spots ahead of Jalen Carter? And by the way, that's not a knock on Zach Bond. I love Zach Bond. But to me, this is where preposterous sets in.
Well, it goes back to the Hall of Statistics and the Hall of Fame.
Because, it's about stats.
Because Zach Bond had 90-plus tackles.
Okay.
Multiple interceptions.
But who's the better player?
Jalen Carter. Now,
who's the bigger disruptor on a defense?
Jalen Carter. But there was also the impact of having no linebacker to having Zach Bond, which is a big deal. But here's the deal: when the people that are voting, they're not following the Eagles every second.
And that's where it's just as preposterous.
It's difficult.
To me. But if I asked every general manager, every single general manager, 32 for 32 is taking Jalen Carter. So to me, it's ridiculous that Jalen Carter's not ahead of Zach Bond in the Defensive Player of the Year.
It's hard. We did we talked about the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Quinyon Mitchell finished second to Jared Verse. Jared Verse had
By the way, I think I would have voted Verse.
Tremendous rookie season.
Because I think Verse disrupted a game.
Sure. But I bet you somebody looked at the stat sheet because they weren't following the Eagles and they went, wait, Quinyon Mitchell had 0 picks? Oh, I can't vote for him.
Right, exactly.
Even though it was, well, first off, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson knocked like 4 out of his hands last year.
Correct.
They weren't throwing his way because they were worried about Quinyon Mitchell. Like that kind of stuff. But that's not the person that follows
least thrown
Eagles.
At rookie corner.
Right. But they don't see that. They see when you go to a stat page, they see the
how many times
sacks,
and how many times do we do that too? Like when we're having the discussion, we'll pull up quickly.
Right.
We'll look at stats.
Right.
Because it works that way.
Unless you go to Citizens Bank Park and you look at the big screen and they
Blip
don't
blip
have.
is on the board. Blip blah blah is on the board.
All right. This Saturday, you and I were talking about this during one of the commercial breaks. Going to be a really cool scene for a baseball game between the Braves and the Reds. They're calling it the MLB Speedway Classic because
85,000 people.
it's at a NASCAR course.
Yes.
Bristol Raceway Speedway, Bristol
Speedway
Track in Tennessee.
Yes.
Not Bristol, Connecticut. 85,000 tickets already sold. A, do you care about that kind of stuff? And B, whether you do or don't, where would another cool venue for another sport be?
That's interesting.
Because I don't care. No, first and foremost.
Like, I don't want to be there. Like, I wouldn't want to be there for it.
Like, I hate when the NHL plays the Stadium Series games outside. Like, I hate it.
See, I've always wanted to be at one, but I've wanted to be one selfishly as a member of the media.
Sure.
And I've never been one yet. So I want to be at one.
Because like,
I want to be at one, but I'll be there as a member of the media.
When you're watching the hockey game,
it's terrible.
They don't show you the baseball stadium. They're showing you the game.
Yeah, but they show you one from terrible angles
that
are in the baseball stadium. It's terrible.
Right. So
like or in the football stadium, it's terrible.
I don't need it. So that's my point to question.
No, it's bad.
Part one of that question.
No, I think it's bad. I think it tends to be bad. Hopefully they're going to have good camera angles for it, the baseball game. But to me, that's my nightmare. Like that's too many people.
Now
That's way too many people.
But
venues,
any sport, like where you would go, that would be a cool thing to see that being played there.
I would love. Now, to me, I'd love to see the Field of Dreams game.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, to me,
August 12th.
Like Kevin Nagandi was there with his son.
I texted him right away.
I think that's the coolest thing. And Kevin getting poured on in his suit.
It was even more romantic.
And you're like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And Kevin finds a way to make things really good with that. We'll talk about him this week. That's really interesting. I'd like things like that. I would love. I would love to see like a Major League Baseball players playing wiffle ball.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would love to see.
The question I'm trying to figure out is like
the venues.
Like, I would like. There's things that would never happen. At least I say they would never happen because I never thought that college basketball would be played on a naval ship.
Sure.
Because of wind and all that factor.
But
like how cool would an NBA game at Rucker Park be?
It'd be amazing.
A historic basketball park in New York. Like, how cool would that be? Now, it's asphalt for hardwood, but I watched them play a game on a boat before in college basketball.
Yeah, but it's a regulation floor.
Yeah.
They could bring in a floor.
They could.
Rucker Park.
Yeah, they could.
They could do that.
They just have to not knock over the fencing. That would be the only thing. But like that would be something that would
lower it over.
Like, could you imagine? Like, that would be really cool to be able to watch. Now, they would lose a lot of money because you can't really sell tickets to a park. You could maybe sell VIP tickets.
I'm sure you could.
But there's no
sure
stands.
It would be VIPs. I'm sure it'd be VIPs would be crazy.
But like,
celebrities
I thought it was really cool a couple of years ago. I know they still do. They still play the games at the Little League Park.
Wait, what do you mean, the Little League Park?
The Williamsport.
Sure.
They still do that, right?
Oh, yeah,
remember the Phillies did that a few years ago?
They have a new stadium, I thought.
Yeah, like that's kind of
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
yeah,
I don't know. If you want to like, subscribe, and comment, we
love that.
All right, lastly, I told you I was excited for this one.
Number 5.
So, Connor Thomas and his men's league slow pitch softball, not real baseball like I still play, slow pitch softball team won their league championship. And
are they getting rings? No, you're laughing. It wouldn't shock me.
They're making sweatshirts.
Well, sweatshirts fine. Don't tell me they're making jackets too.
No, I don't think so. And one of the guys ran to the car and grabbed a bottle of champagne that he had hidden in his car. Now, I will tell you, I've won my men's league baseball when I played in Philly 3 times.
Okay.
We celebrated because we're friends. At the end of the season,
sure.
We went to a bar afterward.
Right.
What is like the line of celebrating your men's league or co-ed or something championship? Because I've seen people in the leagues that I play in act as if there's a scout watching.
I think there's no problem with celebrating with some champagne.
Right, but what's like the line?
Okay.
Champagne's one thing. Like, we did it. We brought out bottles of champagne. We sprayed each other. It was fun. We drank beers afterward. Like, that's fun.
I saw one from a softball league that I was in when I was in my 20s. that got jackets.
Oh, no.
Yes. They bought jackets.
No.
Which was bad. But Connor had a jacket that I thought came from a softball league, longshoreman. I thought his jacket was one from one of them that had like his softball team had jackets. Like they had jackets. And I thought that was El Douchonary, the douchiest of the douchiest to me. They had the softball league champions. They went and got jackets.
Yeah,
and the next year they had their jackets.
Yeah, that's crossing the line.
That was a crossing line, and they had champions on it too. Like champions on the sleeve. Like
unless the league provide.
No,
so they made it.
No, they made him. They made him.
Yeah, that's crossing a line.
I thought that was crossing a line. They had. I saw I had a team. Westchester East. Mike Schneider did this one back in the day. This is the biggest over the line ever.
Okay.
When my Downingtown team won my first championship at Downingtown, we were losing after game one of a best-of-3 series. Jason Martinez would remember this story.
Okay.
And Westchester East was the defending league champions, and they were up 1-0 in the series, best-of-3. They showed up to the stadium that night with a box of T-shirts and hats to celebrate their league championship. They already had them printed up.
Oh, my God.
And I saw them with the box coming into the stadium. And I went into my team and told them, by the way, those effers already have the hats and the T-shirts in the building.
Oh,
just so you know.
God.
By the way, they never used them.
Good.
They never got them because we won the series.
That's good work.
That Mike Schneider did that.
That's actually
Westchester East.
That's hilarious.
Jason Martinez never got to wear that hat.
All right. Let me give you.
He's one of my heroes now, though. I love him.
I'll give you an example as the team that did win.
Yes.
But I question it.
What's that?
So 21, 22.
What's that?
I won. It was the last year of my Philly league. We won. So I was living in Manioc. And the post after we won, to the Bayou, which is a bar on Main Street
where great spot.
We frequent often after our Sunday league games.
Okay, what'd you do?
Well, I live in Manioc, so I drove home first because I was like, "Oh, I'm walking."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're gonna have fun.
Right.
I walked down.
What?
And I saw the trophy on the bar.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like it's weird. You're walking around with a men's league trophy.
Whoa. Were you walking around with it, or did you just bring it in? Did someone just bring it from the stadium? Bring it from the...
They brought it from their car that they drove to Manioc
to. Bring it in,
pulled it out.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I thought it was a little weird.
Were they parading it around the bar, drinking out of it and stuff?
No, it was just sitting there.
I don't think there's anything wrong.
And everybody, of course, goes, "Oh."
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You guys were all celebrating, hanging out. I have no problem.
I thought it was kind of weird.
I got no problem.
Look at us.
Now, if you were drinking out of it,
we did that at the field.
Okay,
we did it at the field.
Fine.
Not at the bar.
At the field, there's no objection.
Yeah.
At the bar,
total.
That would be total douches.
By the way, that trophy, it's the same trophy. It's just when at the end of the year you hand it back, and so that beer, it's like green at the bottom now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's disgusting. Ooh. But anyways, there's definitely a line.
There is a line.
Celebrate. Have fun.
By the way, get your championship hats, get your championship T-shirts, get that stuff after you've won the championship. Don't have them printed up before. Don't be Mike Schneider.
For a men's league?
Yeah, no, men's league, I don't think you do that.
No, I don't think
you don't do that because nobody cares.
Everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll be back at it tomorrow
have a great day.
Air, and of course, post-show headlines as well. See you. Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, When John's Being an Idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.